You know, we get a lot of questions about deer scent, and you know, some of them are pretty self-explanatory: doe urine, doe and heat, that type of thing. But we've actually developed this lip licker deer lure. We've sold it now for I think 5 seasons. It is based on Tonquin, which is no secret. It's been used as a deer attractant for a long time, a number of years. We've taken that and we've added some things in there to enhance that, to make it even more appealing to deer. The nice thing about this lip licker is that it works all the time, across the board. It works on both bucks and does. It works in the rut, out of the rut, summertime weather, spring weather. We've got a number of guys that use it in front of their trail cams starting in the spring or in the heat of July, and the deer respond to it. It's difficult to find an attractant that works outside the rut, and this one does. And the ideal thing about this one is it works on does also. So if you got does hanging around, what better attractant for the bucks? It also can be used with doe and heat during the rut. So you can put lip licker at one location where you have a clear shooting lane, doe and heat at another location, and give the deer actually an opportunity or a change up of smell. Give them the choice. Doe and heat typically doesn't attract does or interest does at all, but the lip licker will. So you kind of got both options working for you. And this stuff keeps. It has a shelf life. In other words, if you got some left over, it'll be just fine next year. The only thing we ask is don't put it on the dash of your truck where it sits in the sun. It actually has become our #1 seller. So we sell it in convenient big sizes where you've got enough to do something with that makes a difference. And if you haven't tried it, I think if you do try it, you'll really appreciate it. All right, here is the last day. I'll tell you what, this past 8 days just absolutely flew by. I can't believe it's the day we're pulling. It's too short of a time. The worst thing about these quick trips is about the time you got a really good line build up, you're pulling and coming home. But anyways, we had to start extra early this morning. We've got to pull all our traps. We've got about 80 to pull, and you know, take care of whatever we catch, and then we got to race up to Fort Smith to get the cats tagged. Unfortunately, they don't have places that conservation officers or whatever have tags where they can give them to you, so we have to run up to the Fort Smith Arkansas Game and Fish office and get the cats tagged before they close, which we should have plenty of time, but you never know if you might run into some sort of problem or whatever. So that's what's going on the last day here, the first thing in the morning, and we'll see how the day pans out.
My first gray fox here in Arkansas. Took the 3rd trip out here to get it. First year, second year didn't have any luck, and I actually had one earlier in the week and pulled right out of the trap and got away. Disappointed. But last check day, got here dark, you know, and we got pretty lucky.
We've caught several this over the years, but Justin just for some reason hadn't been able to catch one. He's just,
I'm no longer a loser. We first pulled up and we didn't really know what to expect. It was kind of dark, couldn't really hear anything. We start walking up here and we hear something in the trees. We shine the light over and there's a coyote in the trap. Well, the trap was set way over here, the coyote's way over there, so the drag did its job and he's all caught up in those pines right there.
this is pretty cool. This is a new spot. We've set this road for the past couple of years, but this is a new spot we hadn't tried. There's a little dig out pond back here behind us, and I mean the truck's right there, but clearly paid off. Got a cat today on the last day. Cat number 8. Very cool. Ooh, nice one too.
He ain't going anywhere.
All right, last day, check day 8. Heading home here in just a few minutes. We got to skin these critters out. We actually had a great day. We caught a real nice bobcat and a gray fox and a coyote. So good way to wrap this thing up. It's kind of bittersweet. I mean, when you catch this stuff and it'd be nice to just keep on going. If we had a day where we didn't catch anything at all, it's easier to leave. But oh well, at least it's good to leave on a good positive note, and especially with that cat. Nice big cat. So very, very good. 8 cats, completed our 1 a day average. So we're real pleased about that. And anyways, great time.
We had a real good time on this trip. Real nice weather and everything. I'm not really looking forward to going home to what is it?
Well, I think
snow on the ground and
yeah. Yeah.
everything else. So.
Yep, we've had a blast out here. Today's a special day for me. It's my first gray fox ever, period. The last 2 years I just couldn't get lucky with one in the trap. So we're finally going to take one home. So that's exciting. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed making it for you.
All right, welcome to our beautiful hotel room for this trip. We've got for this trip, we knew we don't catch coons. There's no coons around here, no beavers, so we don't really need a big freezer because it's a bobcat trapping trip. So we just brought one of these small freezers. The people at the hotel said we could put it in here, no problem. And so we got everything put in here. One thing about that you always got to keep in mind on these cats before we leave the state of Arkansas, we've got to go get them tagged. So what we do is when they're skinned out, we lay the heads out flat and make sure that one eye is open so they can get the tag through there. So when we run up to Fort Smith to the Arkansas Game and Fish, they can stick that tag in there real easy. And we don't have to wait around for the head to fall out or whatever. So here's the 3 cats we caught today on day 6. And I'm going to lay those out all so that we can get the tag in them real easy. So they freeze in place. Because I've been before where we've left them on a carcass and put straws in the eyes and all that kind of stuff, and it always seems like there's some sort of issue with getting that tag in there. So this way is the best way I found to do it, where we don't have to worry about thawing them out. So we got 3 cats, and I think I got them all positioned where we can get them in there. So looking good. Hopefully by the time we leave, this freezer's full of bobcats.
Awesome.
And maybe a handful of coyotes. All right, we're gonna have a little sneak peek to season 2 of Hoosier Trapper Outdoors. We've got Josh Stoner, pro staffer. He, he's a year-round whitetail hunter. Works at it all year round. Does his homework, and that's really what makes everybody successful, whether they're trapping, deer hunting, or really whatever. But anyways, we're gonna take a sneak peek at what's going on with him right now, November 2012. And we'll just have to see what happens and see what happens in season 2. Man, that was a nice buck. You know, and that kind of things happen to all of us. You know, we've all missed deer, had mishaps when we're out trapping or whatever, and the one that got away, you know, it's kind of like when Justin had that gray fox pull out of the trap right in front of us, and you know, that kind of stuff just happens. So anyways, we'll have to see, you know, whether Josh is able to connect with maybe that buck or another buck in season 2 of Hoosier Trapper Outdoors, which will be out in the fall of 2013. I'd also like to invite or welcome any of you to share footage from your trap line or whitetail deer hunts on Hoosier Trapper Outdoors. If you'd like to send us footage, or even, you know, we may even consider coming and filming you and spending a day with you on your trap line. If we can fit that in, we'd love to. So anyways, if you're interested in that, give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'd be glad to talk to you about it.